welcome back to the Smart Couple show and podcast. Today, I've got a really intense question, and I'm fired up to get into it, about affairs. Dun, dun, dun. So just priming the pump, all right, for affairs. It's a big one for people. So hopefully you've got your coffee, tea, vodka, water, whatever you're drinking today. And we'll get right into it. All right. So my question of the day for you is, how do you hold back in your relationships? How do you hold back in your relationships? Just one sentence, one word. I fight. I blame. I shut down. I withdraw. I get scared. I don't tell the truth. Just whatever it is. So that's my question for you. If you're just joining us, the question of the day for you is, how do you hold back in your relationships? And no one's typing, which is fine. You don't have to type. But if you want to play, it's kind of fun to see, like, oh, I'm not alone. Like, other people do the same damn thing, same damn behavior, right? So feel free to share. All right. So here's the question of the day. Listen up. All right. So you have the context for our conversation today. This is an edgy, important question. Okay, we condensed this question down a little bit because it was a pretty long one. So here we go. Hi, Jayson. I'm finally reading Mating in Captivity. That's Esther Perel's book, right? If you haven't read that. It's good. And it appears that I have a successful life partnership with my husband, who I love deeply and care about, but enjoy a better sexual match with another man. Notice the contradiction already. The other man is not gender specific in our intimacy, which I am happy with, and is very emotionally available, whereas my husband is not. I'm feeling unhappy about the infidelity. And then she says in parentheses, sounds better than cheating, that the affair causes, but at the same time don't want it to end or my marriage to finish. She wants her cake and she wants to eat it too. Catch that? As selfish as this is, I'm okay with it. And then she asks, what does it mean when we go outside the cultural confines of a marriage to get our non-negotiable needs met? That is my question for you. Thanks, Elizabeth. Okay, Elizabeth, I'm just going to give it to you straight here. You're completely full of shit here because you're contradicting yourself. I have a successful life partnership with my husband who I love deeply, but I'm fucking some other guy. How is that a successful life partnership with your husband who you're lying to and withholding the truth from? I don't know what planet you're living on, but that sounds like you're, you have a few screws loose maybe. And then you say, yeah, I don't have emotional intimacy with my husband, but I've got it with this other guy. No shit. If you're with someone who is emotionally constipated or shut down like I used to be, it is so much easier to find someone who is available that will have sex with you. I mean, it's like a piece of cake for most of us. But that's not going to do anything to get you to grow and overcome your own blocks to intimacy. So you're saying you don't want the affair to end and you don't want my marriage to end. Well, then you're going to keep doing what you're doing, lying to your husband and withholding the truth from him and having sex with this other dude because it feels good to you. I mean, why are you even asking me? And then you want to ask me a meta question like, what does it mean when we go outside the cultural confines? You want to have like a cultural, societal meta conversation about this. I don't get it. Do you have to go out? What does it mean when we go outside the cultural confines of a marriage to get our non-negotiable needs met? It means you're fucking another guy and cheating on your husband. That's called an affair. That's what it means. And look, you might not be into monogamy, okay? You might not be into having sex with just one person. Fine. Then don't be in a monogamous situation. Be in it's called an open relationship, polyamory. You have explicit agreements. You talk openly and say, honey, I'm not feeling the love here, but I don't want to divorce you. Let's open up our marriage so I can have sex with this dude. okay, who I'm kind of got the hots for. Great. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But the way you're playing it right now is full of challenges and problems. And I just challenge you to get honest with yourself and stop kidding yourself here. Tell your fucking husband that you're fucking some other guy. Get it over with. It could actually make him emotionally available because it could devastate him. And finally, he gets the pain that he needs to be in to wake the fuck up in his life and get that he's fallen asleep in his marriage. I mean, if he's completely asleep if you're screwing this other dude and he doesn't know about it. And you're pretty crafty, yourself. So look, if you want, first, do not call this a successful life partnership. A successful life partnership is one where we are being our neurotic selves, we're honest and open, and we tell the truth and we say, look, I am a limited human being. I have issues. Are you willing to deal with me and my shit? Great. You have the same shit or similar shit. I'm willing to deal with you too. Great. Let's make a pact that we're going to work on our shit and learn how to do intimacy. That's a successful partnership. And it sometimes feels terrible, and it sometimes feels really good and sexy, and sometimes it doesn't feel sexy at all. And sometimes you're triggered and annoyed, and that's the game, right? So success means you face yourself, you tell the truth, you have agreements about things, you have each other's backs. You do not have his back here. No way in hell do you have his back. This is not a successful or safe marriage. So please do not kid yourself. That is nonsense. And your unhappiness that you're having sex with, you're saying infidelity sounds better than cheating. See, you're trying to weasel in, trying to justify how this is okay. The way to make it okay to have sex with someone else is to just talk about it openly. Honey, I want to have sex with someone else. Let's open up our marriage. Awesome. Okay, that might not work for him. Move on so you can have sex with this guy. Clearly, you have something tied in here. It could be finances. It could be kids. I don't know what's going on. More to the story here, but there is a reason you're staying stuck in your quote successful life partnership that is just not successful. Okay, this is a train wreck. The way to make it successful is just to be honest and just say, hey, I'm scared shitless to tell you this, but I'm sleeping with someone else, and it's been going on for 2 years, 2 months. We've only slept together 5 times, 500 times. This is the deal, honey. And I want to put it on the table because I want to be in integrity with myself. I want to be myself. Why do I have to contort and twist and be someone I'm not in this marriage? Hey, that's on you. No one is telling you to be this like contracted version of yourself, withholding who you actually are in your sexuality. No one's telling you to do that. You're telling you to do that because you've justified and made it like work that this is how you should play it. And this is like respect. Show your fucking guy some respect here. Just tell him the truth, right? And please ask direct questions about your situation. Hey, how do I tell my husband? You're asking a meta question, and I think couched within that is a real question like, what's going on here? And I'm just telling you my opinion. If I was a friend in your life, Elizabeth, I would be telling you this. I'd be like, what are you thinking? The beautiful thing, guys, about being married or being in a long-term relationship is it is the greatest test to be who you actually are. Can I be me in this marriage and still get connection and still get sex and still get what I want? Can I just be me, my neurotic, weird self? Can I do that? That's the game. And that's the power and magic of partnership, is we come face to face with ourselves and who we are. And I love that game because it keeps me on my toes. I can't fall asleep. And I want to continue to arrive and show up as I am. And when I contract and I want to withhold something, I bring it and I tell my partner and I say, okay, I'm scared, here goes. And it's always morphs and changes us and helps us go to the next level together. So I just, guys, encourage you to be forthright, be honest here. This is not it's fine to withhold, like, hey, I saw this hot girl at the mall. Hey, I met this sexy guy at a party. You don't need to tell your partner every little detail. But when you're having sex with someone else, that's a deal breaker. You have broken probably your vow, whatever agreements you had in place. That's out of integrity. The way to make it in integrity, talk about it. Talk openly about it. There is nothing wrong with having sex with more than one person if it's all on the table. Just show the person respect, because the other person might be down with that. They might not be. The way you find out, communicate. If you have a non-negotiable need, also to your last point, and then we'll stop. Your non-negotiable need, you're saying is, I'm guessing sex, to be emotionally available and turned on. If that's a non-negotiable need and your husband cannot and will not bring it, and you've tried for years to get him to, move the fuck on. Get out. Because he can't do it. And he may not want to do it. He doesn't prioritize it. And you are robbing him of the opportunity to grow and develop himself when you withhold the truth from him. That's a really important point. When we withhold the truth from someone we supposedly love because we're afraid of what it's going to do to them, we rob them the opportunity to grow. We cut their legs right out from under them and say, yeah, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle me. You can't handle all that I am. And they may not, but show them the dignity and respect of giving them a chance by just telling them straight up who you are, what you're doing, and that you're having sex with someone else. It's gonna go a long way, and you are gonna get more empowered, and you're gonna feel better about yourself, and you're gonna be on your way to an actual successful life partnership someday. But you have to show up. Okay? Thanks, guys. Fun to hang with you here. I'm gonna pause there. You're welcome to make comments, chime in. I'll see if I can read a couple of these. But that's my little rant for Elizabeth. And just, guys, be you, right? That's the game. Be yourself. All right. Thanks, Elizabeth, for your awesome question. I brought it in terms of my answer, and maybe it served you, maybe it didn't. And clearly you know where I stand with this type of thing. So if you have experienced affairs or are on either end, right, I'd love to hear from you. And we'll include a link to this Facebook Live in the show notes, and you can comment in there. Or you can comment in the show notes, all right? Share your story. Did it work? Did you tell your partner? How'd it go? Was it a total disaster, or did you both grow from it? I typically find that couples, when it finally comes out, they either obviously end the relationship or they deepen. They actually become closer, and it challenges, the affair itself challenges the status quo in the marriage, and then it takes them to facing their problems. And then the strong couples do that, and they become a team. And they've been through now a huge thing that brought them closer together. So it has a lot of potential here for you if you want to work through this stuff. Okay. All right. And if you want specific coaching on an affair that you're going through, I do offer group coaching. And we just got off a call today, in fact, that was amazing and really powerful. And believe it or not, withholding information came up on the group coaching call. So you can go to jasongaddis.com/roots, ROOTS, if you want to apply to participate in that group coaching experience. And that gives you immediate relief on your situation. You also get community and to be around growth development oriented people. So it's a great place to hang and connect and ask questions and get answers, practical, dead on answers like this. You don't need to waste time spending 6 months in therapy to get the person just to share their opinion. You can just, let's be real here, right? It's not for everybody. I get it. And for those that want that, like that, need that, come join us. jasongaddis.com/roots, and we'll see you on the other side.